motion picture, bro. On the slow motion picture.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on, that.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it cautious. Cause if they make the wrong move it cautious. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on my bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow. Boy, shorty like that, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Ooh, keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand. Got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, this is salt. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it cautious. Cause if they make the wrong move it cautious. Coming up on my I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see you locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's one west. You can check the residency. I reside where soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on his beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fucking scared some. Get the banging on his beat till my fucking head numb. Black block, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. Doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping. Kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, what you doing life. These hands are rude GPS. A mean right. That's mean right. We build different, you know the vibes. And we something authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they said they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it cautious. Cause if they make the wrong move it cautious. See me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on my devotion.
All jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, this and that for life. I'm on this for life, nigga, this a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara, here go a class for you, my nigga. 144 the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a crippling. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I'll tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, send a curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. This loyalty's a death sentence. Look, Trying to pick up with a blind fail. Hey, they said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like bad pal. But ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. Or if you take that oath, it's a Dundee. They try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times and it's death do us part. No. So how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the like you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name. So you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing. Ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it. I pity those watching life as it go by. Been giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pump smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, that's all I don't. Either fold or salute, my nigga. Salute, my They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. Now I never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she need me, said she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So, how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah.
Hey, shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Barakatham to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemar Lathan Bashim Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. We're the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And we've been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the truth of the Bible since 1969. All right. And today we're talking about drug abuse again, right? This is part 2 of drug abuse, and don't get high on your own supply, right? Don't be getting high on your own supply, and don't be taking these drugs that these people give, you know what I mean? Because they give you drugs to destroy your mind and destroy your spite and to destroy your spirit. You be ready to go out, protest, be with the I.S.U.P.K. and everything until you get that blunt in you, till you pop that pill, till you shoot up that heroin, do that cocaine, and then after that, it's nothing. Now you just okay in your slavery, okay in our captivity. When we're not okay in our captivity, it might seem like that because you're on drugs, right? Because we're doing drugs, it might seem like we're okay in our captivity, or because we're alcoholics, or because we, you know what I mean? Because we have vices here that we use that are unlawful, I might add, you know what I mean? But since we have those, we don't care about our slavery. We have to care about our slavery. We have to care about doing what's right to the Most High, so we can go get out and rule over these oppressors. You see how it is. You see how it happens. Now our kids are addicted to drugs. Back in the 80s, it was crack, right? Back in the 90s, it was crack, cocaine. But back before then, it was heroin, right? Now they're addicted to pills and marijuana and TikTok, shaking their behinds on TikTok. Even, you know what? Even the young males are addicted to social media nowadays and doing things on social media. And everybody wants to be on social media, having fun, shaking their behinds and making skits. Nobody wants to do anything anymore. Ooh. All right. That's what happens. And drugs is a big major part of it. Right? Drugs is a big, major part of it, because even if everybody wants to be rich, right? But then they get rich, get drugs, and die a drug addict. You're going to die a drug addict. How many people we know that died a drug addict that was rich and famous? A lot of them, right? A lot of them, especially our people. But then also the heathen nations die of drug addicts, being drug addicts also. So look at that. Look at that. Even the heathens die of it. Usually we talk about the curses of us being cursed, and Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans die of breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. But drugs are so much important in everybody's life that even the heathens die from it. Elvis died a drug addict. What's her name? Amy Winehouse died a drug addict. Right? What's the name? From Pittsburgh, Mac Miller. Yeah, the white boy died a drug addict. They're gonna die drug addicts. Why? Why do they die drug addicts? Because they and then we go right behind them and follow along. You know what I mean? I don't remember anybody really popping pills or anything like that until Eminem came out talking about how he was popping pills. Then everybody want to pop pills. We want to follow behind our oppressor so much. Matter of fact, give me Proverbs 3:31. We want to follow behind our oppressor so much. That's what we want to do. We want to follow behind our oppressor. So we go get drunk, we go get high, and then we die. That's how it happens. We get drunk, we get high, and we die. It's about time we stop doing that, man. It's about time we stop doing that, and it's about time that we listen to the law, statutes, and commandments. Listen to our power. Why don't we listen to Commanding General Yohana when he says stop doing drugs and come join him? That's what we should do as a nation. As Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we've tried everything else, right? We tried the Nation of Islam. We tried Christianity. We tried Buddhism. We've tried growing our dreads out and smoking weed. We tried Rastafarianism. We tried Pan-Africanism. We've tried everything else. We tried the American way. We tried the African way. We tried all these different ways. Catholicism. But we have never once tried the Bible. We have never once tried what Commanding General Yohana says. We have never once tried what Christ said. We have never once tried what the Most High told us to do. We have not tried that. And then when black men go on the corner and try to teach their people, what happens? Yeah, we get ignored, walked by our people. And you know who comes out there and says, you know what, we respect what y'all doing. The oppressor. The oppressor comes and says, oh, we respect what y'all doing, because they know that we're out there trying to raise up a nation. We're out there trying to get our people off of drugs, stop murdering each other, stop killing each other, and away from the oppressor. And you know what? You know why the oppressor understands that? You ever heard of the Boston Tea Party when they wanted to get free from Britain? They wasn't over here. The Britain wasn't over here murdering them. They wasn't over here putting drugs in their community. All they wanted was taxes on their coffee and their tea. And these white Americans over here said, "Oh, hell no!" And we got to break free away from these people. That's what they did. It's called the Boston Tea Party. They wasn't murdering them. They wasn't putting drugs in their neighborhood. They wasn't trying to make their children homosexuals. They wasn't. But they said, "Oh, hell no!" They said, "Give me liberty or give me death." That's what they said. So the white man respects rebellion. He respects that. When you don't do what he says, and you do your own thing, he respects that. That's the only thing he respects. You know what I mean? But he don't respect the Christian. He don't respect the black Christian. No, sirree. He don't respect the black Christian. That's why he'll send somebody into their church and murder everybody. They ain't sent nobody on the corners yet to do anything to the blacks, to the I.S.U.P.K. But he's gonna send them to every Christian church. He's not gonna send them into these doors, but he's gonna send them to every Christian church. You understand that? What's up? Because the Lord dwells with this place. Right. Exactly. And the white man knows power. And we out there, we flexing power. Talking about the white man and the devil on his corners. We tell him this ain't Joe City no more. This is now Commanding General Yohana's city. Yeah, right. This is now Commanding General Yohana's block. And we're gonna deliver this whole thing to Christ. You know what I'm talking about? City by city, we conquering ish. You know what I'm saying? He's looking like white man looking like, what the hell is they talking about? But I respect it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And if any black, Hispanic, or Native American don't want us out there on the corners, they don't want black people fixed. They don't want Hispanic people fixed. They don't want Native American people fixed. They want us to murder each other. And they want us to sell drugs to each other. They want us to sleep with each other's children or molest each other's children. They want us to sleep with each other's wives. That's what they want from us. If they don't want us out there on the corners, because what's wrong with being an adulterer, with not being an adulterer? What's wrong with not smoking drugs? What's wrong with not being a drunkard? What's wrong with not murdering your brother? What's wrong with that? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So for somebody to come out there and try to stop that, they hate themselves and they hate you. And they hate Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American. They hate the Lord's people, man. And that's what we're finna get into with this article. Well, go ahead, give me what you got, Smart One.
Come. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Do what?
Envy thou not the oppressor.
So we don't envy the oppressor. Why don't we envy the oppressor? Because the oppressor can do things that we can't do. Because they didn't get the law to not do drugs. They didn't get the law to not eat pork. They didn't get the law to not eat shrimp, crab, lobster. They didn't get the law to not murder their brothers. But you know who got those laws? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We got those laws to not do those things. So when we do it, we get punished. We get a spanking from our father. We get a spanking like anybody growing up. If you had a disciplinarian in the household, when you did something that you wasn't supposed to do, they told you not to do. Yeah, you got chastised. You got that rod. You got that rod of correction. You feel me? Spank you on your bottom. Except nowadays, these parents just let these kids run loose, run wicked. Not around me. Not around me. I'm checking everybody's kids. Hey, sit down somewhere. Yeah, everybody's kids get checked because it takes a village. And maybe they ain't never had that. They ain't never had nobody tell them, hey, sit down with a serious voice, with a stern voice. You know what I mean? Get over here. Do this. You know what I mean? They ain't never had that. I know they ain't never had that. You feel me? Because the mamas run the daddies away. Daddy's tired of fighting their mamas. You dig what I'm saying? Real talk. Tired of fighting. You read that one more time?
Come. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Don't envy the oppressor's drugs. One more time.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Don't envy the oppressor's holidays.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Don't envy the voting system, democracy.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Don't care about what the oppressor does because you have your own thing to do. Keep reading.
Choose none of his ways.
Don't choose his Christmas.
And choose none of his ways.
Don't choose his weed.
And choose none of his ways.
Don't choose his alcohol.
And choose none of his ways.
I'm sorry, let's not say his alcohol. Don't choose his alcoholism.
And choose none of his ways.
Being a drunkard.
And choose none of his ways.
His prostitution.
And choose none of his ways.
Don't choose anything that the white man does. His heroin, his pills, all those things that he uses to make us subjective. Yeah, his women, and sisters, his men. Because here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we know how important a Black, Hispanic, and Native American woman is. So the sisters, and here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, the sisters know how important it is to have a priest. You know what I mean? A God, I don't want to say God-fearing man because that's so Christian. A man that keeps the laws of God. We know how important that is. You know what I mean? I don't like what Christianity has done to my people. They made my people docile and sleep. Because that's read that last part again.
Come, and choose none of his ways.
Because Christianity is a way of the heathen, of the white man, just like his drugs is. Just like his drugs is. Now give me that article I sent you. Give me the article I sent you. And read out where you at.
CIA involvement in Contra cocaine trafficking.
Yeah, Contras.
Like.
So now, oh, my bad. All right. So now we're finna get into the CIA involvement in Contras. The Contras was about was about, it was in Nicaragua, right? It was about it was about communism and democracy, and it was beefing in Nicaragua. You know what I mean? Like they do all over the globe. You know what I mean? So one person, we was sending them money, right? America was sending money, sending money and guns to Nicaragua to help fund the Pastanistas, and then they were sending back drugs, and we were selling them drugs. And who got wrapped up in it? Freeway Ricky Ross got wrapped up in it, and countless other people got wrapped up in it, and bringing all those kilos over here and selling kilos for the low, getting kilos for the low. If you ever watched this a show called Snowfall, it explains it. It's a true. It's based on a true story, but it's not the actual way how it went. But it was the CIA bringing it in and giving it to drug dealers and letting them become rich and big drug dealers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And they were poisoning our community, right? But the CIA brought that in there. CIA means, what does the CIA mean? Central Intelligence Agency. It's part of the American I would say military, because they go and they get intelligence before we go to war, right? So they go and they get intelligence and they do things like that. But I call it cocaine in America, because that's what they do. They brought the cocaine in America. You know what I mean? We don't own boats. We don't own planes. How the hell we get it? We got it because they brought it to us, so we can destroy ourselves. Right, Frank Lucas didn't get it from the CIA. Yeah, Frank Lucas went over there to not Cuba, Vietnam. Frank Lucas went over there to Vietnam and met himself a plug, and they started sending it over in United States, dead soldiers, in their coffins. That's some ish right there. Go ahead. What's up? What happened?
Oh no, it's not like that.
Go ahead.
Okay.
We're gonna read it.
A number of writers have alleged that the United States Central Intelligence Agency was involved in the Nicaragua
It's hot.
Contras.
It's hot. Well, I'm hot.
Cocaine trafficking operations.
It's already on. You can just
the 1980s
bring it.
Nicaragua Civil War.
Wait. I'm sorry. Start that over. I'm sorry. We was talking about a fan because it's hot. You know, tomorrow. And there's another one over there too.
Do it right now.
Cut them lights off over there. Yeah. That's better.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A number of writers have alleged that the United States Central Intelligence Agency was involved in the Nicaragua Contras.
Right, was involved in the Nicaragua with the Nicaraguan Contras. Go ahead.
Cocaine trafficking operations.
The what?
Cocaine trafficking operations.
Right, the cocaine trafficking operations. That's what the CIA was doing. They were cocaine trafficking operations. They was bringing cocaine here in America. Keep going.
During the 1980s.
Right.
Nicaragua Civil War.
Right, because they had a civil war. It was the communists going against democracy. Go ahead.
These claims have led to the investigations by the United States government, including hearings and reports by the United States House of Representatives,
right,
Senate, and Department of Justice, and the CIA's Office of the Inspector General, which ultimately conclude the allegations were unsupported.
Right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep reading.
The subject remains controversial. A 1986 investigation by a subcommittee of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee.
Right. Stop. So that what they're saying is back in the 80s, it was unsupported. It had unsupported evidence. But they knew what was going on, and everybody else knew what was going on, but they didn't have the evidence. You know what I mean? So you can kill somebody, and you ain't got the evidence. You know what I mean? What can they say? Right? Ain't nobody's out here saying, "Oh, they did that, they did that, they did this." But then now, Freeway Ricky Ross got out of jail, and now he just spilled the beans about it. Everybody just start spilling the beans about it. They didn't make movies about it. They didn't make TV shows about it, right? You ever what's man? I think it's called To Kill a Whistleblower. I think that's what it's called. I think it's a movie called it's called To Kill the Whistleblower, and he was and it was a guy named Greg Scott or something like that. Man, go ahead, it's finna explain it. He was a reporter and he started reporting on it, and they killed him. He died. He dead. You know what I'm talking? He died back in they killed him. They found him with bullet holes all in his body. Just he dead. You know what I mean? And that happens with anybody else that wants to whistle blow. You know what I mean? That wants to say something that's not supposed that the American government don't want them to say. They end up with bullet holes in their chest. You know what I mean? Shot down in the middle of the day, in the middle of the night. Go ahead.
A 1986 investigation by a subcommittee of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee found that the Conchera drugs linked included, among other connections.
Right. So now, then they made a committee about it. Right. And then they said they found connections to it. They found connections with the CIA and the Contra's drugs. They found it. They was like, yeah, what are y'all talking about? You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Payments to drug traffickers by the U.S. State U.S. State Department.
Now they found what? Say that one more time.
Payments to drug traffickers by the U.S. State Department.
Right.
Of funds authorized by the Congress for humanitarian assistance to the Contras.
Right. So what they said they was giving them money, right, to be able to start their drug operations when they was bringing in the drugs, and they was telling them that it's a humanitarian cause to help the Contras out. So they was using drug money to help the Contras out. Go ahead.
In some cases, after the traffickers had been indicted by federal law enforcement.
Stop, because they get indicted by federal law. You give them the drugs to sell, and then you come and you arrest them for selling drugs. Go ahead. Right. What do we call that? A what? A devil. That is a devil. That is a deceiver right there. Oh man, take these drugs, man, to go ahead and sell them, make all the money, and then bring me back this much on it. You feel me? And then you drop a dime. Then they get told on, and all of a sudden they going to jail. Like, bruh, the same person that arrested you was the same person you was giving them that was giving you the drugs, and you was giving the money. Like, you gonna arrest me? Like, you feel me? Like, but what about you? You know what I'm talking about? Like, you was just so that's how we doing it. You know what I'm talking about? And what can you do? Because he's an agent of America, of the CIA. You know what I mean? He's a federal agent, and you just a nigga from the hood.
Keep talking too much, you gonna get one in your head.
Right? You know what I mean? You're right. You talk too much, you're gonna get found with bullet holes in your chest in the middle of the night. You and your whole family gonna be dead. Because of course you told your family, hey, this nigga's a CIA agent. As long as we stop dealing with him, because I don't know what he gonna do. You know what I mean? He might put me in jail for real. As long as I keep giving him money, I'm good to him. I hope. That don't work. They just go find somebody else to plug up. You know what I mean? And then teach them how to sell drugs. They tell, I don't know how to sell drugs. I don't worry about that, bro. This is what you do. You know that? Teach them how to sell drugs. Go ahead.
On drug charges and others, while traffickers were under active investigation by the same agencies.
Right. So they were so the same agencies that was giving them the drugs, the drug traffickers was under investigation by them. That's crazy. How come if they was under investigation and somebody was giving the drug traffickers drugs, right? How come they didn't get the person that was giving the drug traffickers drugs either? Yeah, because they was looking the other way, like, oh, I see you giving him the drugs. Wait till he go back to his people and give his people the drugs. Then we're gonna arrest everybody. That's the type of game that the devil plays, and we fall right into that. We fall right into that. Even now, we falling right into that. Keep going. We're gonna go. There it is. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
The charges of CIA involvement in Conchera cocaine trafficking were revived in 1996.
Stop. It was revived in 1996. Remember I was telling y'all about the whistleblower? Go ahead. It was revived in 1996. So they was talking about it in 1986, but in 1996, something else come across somebody's desk. He's like, wait. You mean they were investigating it already? You know what I mean? So he started going to pull up all the old evidence, you know what I mean? Because once the drug traffickers went to jail, it was closed cases. So he started going up, pulling up all the evidence. You know what I mean? Start going to Nicaragua, talking to people like, so about these drugs that y'all was given to the American government, right? Go ahead.
When a newspaper series by reporter Gary
Webb, that's his name. That the reporter that he's dead. He's dead. They smoked him, but he left. But he was different. He left tapes. He started recording this. He started recording himself and left tapes of what was going on. You know what I mean? So when they killed him, tapes went everywhere. Go ahead.
In the San Jose Mercury News.
San Jose.
Like San Jose Mercury News.
You good, right?
Claimed that the trafficking had played an important role in the creation of the crack cocaine drug problem in the United States.
The crack cocaine drug problem. See, that's what played a big part in it, is them bringing the drugs over here and it's showing us how to cook it up. Because you know, drugs was the cocaine. Crack cocaine was an experiment that was made in the UCLA lab by scientists. It was made by scientists, and it was an experiment. And then they start teaching drug dealers how to use it or how to cook it. And if you didn't get high on your own supply, you got rich, but your neighborhood was in shambles. And your mother and your daddy and everybody, your sister, everybody that was doing drugs, that was doing it, got addicted. And what did that do to the household, to the family? It what? It divided it. Broke the household in two, just broke it down. So now your parents ain't out here taking care of the kids. Now it goes to the responsibility goes to your oldest brother or your oldest sister to take care of the kids. Because your mama and your daddy strung out on drugs. Keep going on. That's why they call it a drug problem, a war on drugs. Now all these white people are addicted to drugs. They call it a drug epidemic. You dig what I'm saying? Only the devil. Go ahead.
Web series led to 3 federal investigations, all of which concluded there was no evidence of a conspiracy by CIA officials or its employees to bring drugs into the United States.
Go ahead.
However, in the CIA report, it was also found that the CIA assets have been trafficking narcotics to fund the Conchera rebels.
Stop. The white man is the devil. He told you the truth and a lie at the same time. You know what I'm talking about? Did anybody catch it? Y'all catch it? Y'all catch it? Go back up to where it says Webs, right? Go ahead. When it says Webs series led to 3 federal investigations. Go ahead.
Web series led to 3 federal investigations, all of which concluded there was no evidence of a conspiracy by CIA officials.
Keep going.
Or its employees to bring drugs into the United States.
Stop. So now they're saying that it led to 3 different investigations, right? But then they said it wasn't no evidence. Wasn't no evidence that CIA was bringing drugs into the country. But then it says, however, keep going. Look.
However, in the CIA report, it was also found that CIA assets
Right, assets meaning like things that was bought, money, people paid off assets. Go ahead.
had been trafficking narcotics to fund the Contra rebels.
Right. So it says there. Now they said it was no evidence, right, that they was bringing drugs into the country. However, it was evidence that they was buying stuff and paying off people with drug money. I don't know what to do with these people. They told you a lie and the truth in the same sentence. Yeah. Yeah. Can you read between the lines, man? Yeah. However, you know what I mean? Use clever words like however. Keep going.
The agency was aware of this trafficking, and in some cases,
Dissuaded
the DEA and other agencies from investigating the Contreras supply networks involved.
Stop. So now the CIA got so much power that they knew about the drug. They knew about they was moving the drugs in. Then they go into the DEA and the FBI and all those drug organizations that investigate drug activity. Where they told them, it's like, hey man, don't even worry about what's going on over here. Keep going over there and messing with the niggas. You know what I'm talking about? You see all these crackheads running around because these niggas, and the DIA probably like how, but we worried about how they getting the cocaine to cook it up. And then look, don't worry about that. Just worry about getting the Chambers brothers. Just worry about getting Freeway Ricky Ross. Worry about getting Frank Lucas. Worry about getting that. Don't worry about getting the big fish. Let's get the little fish that got that with a kilo or two. You know what I mean? Don't worry about who got the hundreds of kilos that's selling to all these people. See what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I want. All right. Let's go back. Give me Proverbs, all right. Proverbs 11 and 17. The white man is the devil, man. I'm finna send you another one about fentanyl. Proverbs 11 and 17. Let's go ahead and start reading it.
All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 17. The merciful man doeth good to his own soul.
The what?
The merciful man doeth good to his own soul.
And that's what you see in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, the merciful man. We doing good to our own souls because we was once in those lives, in those lifestyles, doing this, doing that, doing all types of wickedness, right? But then we stopped. We heard the truth and we understood something, and we understood there was a problem, so we stopped doing it and we started being part of the problem. Stopped being part of the problem and started being part of the solution, right? Because that's what y'all here for, right? Y'all here to get the solutions of what to do, right? So we stopped being a part of the problem and started being part of the solution. What is that for? Press back and then go in there. Go back into it. That's the article I just sent you? The white man the devil, man. The white man the devil, man. They want you to pay for it, man. Keep going.
Come. But he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh.
He that is what?
But he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh.
Right. So who's cruel in the world?
Dope dealers.
Right. No. He's absolutely right. Dope dealers. Who else? Adulterers. Who else? Yep, the white man. Who else?
People who break the law like humanity.
Exactly, but who else? Gang members, because gang members get steady killing each other, especially here in San Antonio. Man, they be tripping. They be acting a fool nowadays. Chicago, they call Chicago Chirac. Yeah, they call Chicago Chirac because it's like a third world country there. So much murders are going on. I was watching a documentary about New York, how New York just got so many murders going, like it was just talking about Brooklyn. It wasn't talking about Bronx because the Bronx had a whole different documentary. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Wait a minute. We already know how Philly get down. You know what I'm talking about? We already know how Baltimore get down. You feel me? We already know how Baton Rouge and New Orleans and all, you know what I mean? All around the world, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are killing each other. Holding grudges over gangs. Over nothing, man. I understand they killed Pookie and they killed Ray Ray, but y'all killed Monk and Dudoke and everybody else. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all been killing each other for a while. It's about time everybody put down the guns. About time everybody put down the guns and get in the I.S.U.P.K class. Get in a class. Wherever you at, we're there. Trust me. Chicago, we there. Milwaukee, we there. New York, we there. Philly, we there. Baltimore, we there. San Antonio, we there. Houston, Dallas, Mexico. Where else you want? Where else you want to go? We are there. Florida, we're there. All throughout Louisiana. We in California, all up and down. Northern California, Southern California, middle of that. Yeah, the Carolinas. Wherever you want to go, we are there. They just get in class. Just get in class. Go to class. And be like, look, man, I need help. I don't know how to stop hating my brother. That's all you have to do, man. The brothers there going to teach you how to stop hating your brother. Just give it a try. You tried murdering your brother already. You tried having sex with your brother's wife. Why don't you try to stop murdering your brother? Get in class. You tried everything else. And there's a Christian church on every block. And there's starting to be a Muslim mosque everywhere too. Everybody's a Muslim. Everybody goes to prison, become a Muslim, and get out and still sell drugs. Still hate their brother. So those are not the solutions. Christianity and Islam are not the solutions. They don't even have a real solution for the problem. Just love the white man. Just love Arabs. Just love you. Christ said, blessed is the day that gives his life for his brother. Why don't they try that? Why don't they try to give their life for their brother, man? No, because they'd rather murder their brother and go to jail forever. Now there's two brothers going in the whole situation. A brother that's dead, and then a brother that's in prison. Two brothers going away from their families. Just keep reading, Art.
Verse 18. Mm-hmm. Verse 18. The wicked worketh a deceitful work.
It's a deceitful work to go and sell your brother's drugs. It's a deceitful work to try to scam your brother to get drugs. It's a deceitful work to sell your woman, to have your woman go sell her body for drugs. It's a deceitful work. It's deceitful. That's the work of the devil. Keep going. See what I did there? Deceitful devil, the devil, the deceiver. Did I get it?
But to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward.
Man, but him that soweth righteousness, right? Him that's sowing the law, statutes, and commandments into people's head. Him that's sowing the good, the good things that the Lord has given us, right? Right? It's so a sure reward. What is that reward? Anybody know that reward? The what? The who? The kingdom of heaven. Rulership. Does everybody want? Don't everybody want rulership? Well, why don't everybody act like it? Because you want rulership. You here in class right now. You want rulership. You here in class right now. I want rulership. I'm teaching class right now. Everybody don't want the kingdom of heaven. And everybody don't care about the kingdom of heaven. But you know what they do care about? Getting high. They don't want to. Ain't nobody going to come to class. They're not going to find a ride to class. But they are going to find a ride to go get high. They are going to find that ride. A woman going to find a ride to some rod. and a man's gonna find a ride to some box, a ride to some box. He probably gonna find a ride to some rod too. That's how gay they are nowadays. You know what I mean? But before they do all that, they're going to get high. They're going to get high. They're going to pop pills. They're going to smoke some weed. They might do some cocaine, whatever. But they're going to get high. They're going to get high. Hey, sometimes that's why couples stay together in the world. Because they like getting high. And that man right there is how they get high. They get high, have sex with each other, and then one day the brother goes to jail. And the sister's off to the highest bidder, or whoever can get her the highest next. Hey, I'm just saying. That's the world we live in. That's the world we live in. Sometimes women just buy men drugs. Here, just get high here at home. Get your, take this, go get your drugs, and come back here. And then what'd he do? He go get the drugs and get high with another woman. Salakia. That's what happens. That's what happens. Oh, I'm gonna say, is there another? What other sword at? You dig? Keep reading on.
Come. Verse 19.
Right.
As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death.
Start that over.
Come. As righteousness tendeth to life.
Right. As righteousness tended to what?
To life.
So how do you obtain life? Come here. Damn, man. You skipping ahead, bro. You in my mind or what? You skip them. I said how do you attain life? I wanted you to say righteousness. You know what I'm talking about? And then how do you attain righteousness? There you go. And how do you? And what is the root word in right? I mean, I just gave y'all the answer. What is the root word in righteous? Right. Doing. And so, what's the opposite of right? So if righteousness is life, right, and you obtain righteousness by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, wrong is what? Yeah. Okay, and how do you obtain death? By breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. It's that simple. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. It's very, very simple. The hard part is going in and figuring out what's the law, statutes, and commandments. What is this and what is that? And how do I break it and how do I not break it? What is a turtle dove? You know what I'm talking about? And how can I catch a turtle dove to sacrifice it? That's the hard part. That when you go into the law, that's what he's talking about when sacrificing turtle doves and sacrificing lambs, and you know what I mean. How do I catch a bird? That's the problem. You know what I mean. The problem shouldn't be should I keep the law, statutes, and commandments or not. The problem should be I need to get these law, statutes, and commandments down. I need to learn what the hell I need. You know what I mean? I need to learn not to vote. I need to learn how to put some fringes on my pants. I need to learn how to you know what I mean? How not to hate my brother. I need to learn how not to sleep with that whore. I need to learn how not to get those drugs and do those drugs. I need to learn. You know what I mean? The problem shouldn't be if I should keep the law, statutes, and commandments. The problem should be how do I keep them? Well, you should go to an expert in that, right? And where do you find the experts of law, keeping law, statutes, and commandments? Where do you find those? Because, okay, go. I can't hear you.
Oh, you find that here in the under Commanding General Yohana in the I.S.U.P.K.
All right, you find that here in the I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General Yohana. That's where you find it. You good? Everybody understood what you said, but that's where you find it. You know what I mean? Where if you go to a hospital, what are you looking for? Looking for a doctor. Right? I'm saying. You go to the White House, what are you looking for? You dig what I'm saying? If you go to a drug block, what are you looking for? Right? So if you go to where the priests are, what are you looking for? That's what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody that keeps the laws, statutes, and commandments and can teach you about the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's our profession. That's our profession. And it just so happened that we break all of laws, statutes, and commandments, right? So all of it is our profession. The whole world is our profession. You dig what I'm saying? The whole world is our profession. Is our profession. So when you go meet a priest, you're going to meet a priest that knows about everything. Look at Captain Yatazan. I'm going to go to a man under him. Look at Officer Tazadak. Officer Tazadak can teach you how to cook, right? Teach you Hebrew, teach you some scriptures. You feel me? Teach you about health. You feel me? Teach you how to fight. You know what I mean? Like. Think about, you know what I mean? He's a professional of all things. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I just look at him like, wow. Sometimes, you know what I mean? You be thinking he going over here. Then he go over here and say something like, I didn't even know you knew about that. You know, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But that's what you're coming into to find it. You feel me? And if he don't know it, I'm pretty sure there's another brother out somewhere that knows it. That's a priest. He knows it. He might not know how to drive trucks. I do. You know what I mean? I might not know how to drive a forklift. He does. I might not know how to weld, but he does. You know what I mean? I might not know much about banking and businesses and things like that, but Officer Dawada does. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? It's but what we have here is we have a nation. You know what I mean? That's what we have here. But we're priests first. You know what I mean? Professionals. And we have to act like professionals. That's everywhere we go. That means not getting drunk. That means not being amazed at what the devil can do. You know what I mean? Because we know what the devil can do. So it's not being amazed at that, what he says. You dig what I'm saying? It's not treating our women like dirt. Because you're a prince of the power. They're princesses of the power. We have to come out of that. Just like we have to come out of drugs. Just like we have to come out of all those things. Right? Keep reading.
Come. Verse 20. That they are a forward heart.
Oh, nah. We was at death. No. So he that
pursueth evil, pursueth it to his own death.
Right. It don't matter if you're rich or famous or not. Right? Y'all ever heard of Michael K. Williams? What, man? It's acting up. We ain't got fiber optics no more, right? Yeah.
It's like slow.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. We ain't got the fiber optics no more. Hold on, let me get off Wi-Fi, y'all. We ain't got fiber optics no more, right? So it's gonna get the like that. Yeah, just like that. I know, especially with the background. Especially with the background, it's probably pulling a lot of a lot of Wi-Fi, a lot of, you know what I mean? But like, so you ever heard of Michael K. Williams? Michael K. Williams is Omar from The Wire. Right? Omar from The Wire. I told you about Amy Winehouse. What, Pimp C? You know what I'm talking about? They said Pimp C died from a drug not like a complication with hydrocodone. Is it hydrocodone? Syrup. And promethazine, there we go. Promethazine and sleep apnea medication.
You talking about the actual person?
Yeah, Pimp C. We listen to him all the time, right? What are you talking about? You feel me? Yeah. You feel me? What about Juice WRLD? Remember Juice WRLD? Juice WRLD popped all them pills because the feds was coming in. He had all them drugs. He was probably a drug dealer himself, and he had all the drugs on that private jet, the PJ. And that boy started popping all them pills, and next thing you know, he dead. You You feel me? What about Whitney Houston? Whitney Houston battered her whole life with, not her whole life, but her whole career with drugs. And and drugs won. She didn't win. Drugs won. You dig what I'm saying? And then it hurt her daughter so much. I don't know if her daughter popped pills, but her daughter died the same way. Man, now that I think about it, that's rough. Bobby Brown, rough. That's rough, boy. I feel for that brother. Right? What about Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson was on top of the world for 40 years. Since he was 5 years old to age 52. Everybody knew who Michael Jackson was. Michael Jackson get off a plane in Babukistan and women start crying. 13-year-old kids start crying. You don't even remember Thriller. Why you want to meet Michael Jackson? You know what I mean? Crying. I don't remember Thriller. I wasn't even born when Thriller came out. But they were there crying, boo-hoo and tears. You know what I'm talking about? He died a drug addict. He died from drugs, a drug overdose. Ain't that something? What about Prince? Purple Rain. Prince is hard. I don't know if he was a homosexual or not, but he had to be wearing high heels and pants with the booty cut out. God, whoa. I'm just saying. He wore pants with the booty cut out, and he wore platform shoes, but he had all the women. So women, so that's not a new thing. That's not a new thing. Women liking men in skinny jeans and you know those big those titty shoes that's this thick. You know what I'm talking about? That's not new. It was like that in the 80s with Prince. And women loved them then, like Boy George. You know what I'm talking about? Women just love men that dress like women. I don't know why. It's weird. Ain't that weird? Shouldn't they like men that dress like men? Nah, she want to wear his high heels and his pants with the booty cut out. I wanted my own pair. It's crazy, but he died a drug addict. He died a drug addict in front of Walmart asking people if they can buy him drugs. It's real. They was rich. Whitney Houston goes down in history as one of the greatest singers ever. You know what I'm talking about? Michael Jackson's the greatest entertainer ever. Prince had so many songs in his vault. You know what I mean? Little Red Corvette. Prince had so many songs. People cried at Prince concerts. You know what I mean? But they died drug addicts. Rich as ever. Rich. Don't know it, but the drug addicts. Drugs is a terrible thing to waste. I mean, drugs is a terrible thing to the mind. Your mind is a terrible thing to waste. You ever seen that commercial? This is your brain on drugs. I know you remember it.
This is your brain on drugs?
Yeah, with the egg, and they used to crack the egg and fry it. This is your brain on drugs. This is your brain. And they crack it, boom, and fry it in the frying pan. This is your brain on drugs. Yeah, you too young.
I know the one with the bacon, you know,
No, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know anything about that. When I was growing up, they used to have the dare to do drugs. Yeah, dare to be different or something like that. They used to dare you to do drugs. I'd be like, why are y'all daring people to do drugs? It's not smart. Just say no. Okay, no, and the drug dealer be like, hey, so you don't want this. I said no already, but sure now. You know what I mean? But yeah, we used to have like a little drug dog, whatever, McGruff, whatever. He's telling stranger danger. I want to do a class about stranger danger too. Sidebar, right? We all grew up and there was stranger danger, right? Nowadays, these women meet men on the internet and invite them over to their house. Or they go meet up with them. That's stranger danger. What are you talking about? So this is what we're gonna tell our children. When you see a strange man, the stranger danger. But yet your mama is meeting strange men and having sex with them on the internet. the whole time they tell you not to. There's something wrong with our psyche. There's something wrong with our psyche. All these stories about women getting kidnapped and stuff like that. And next thing you know, women be like, I met him on the internet just yesterday, and he's so nice. And yesterday, you want to come over and hang out? We could drink. Right. And he bring the bottle already open with some bloop. Next thing you know, you gone. And your daughter gone too. And nobody knows what's happening with nobody. You know what I'm talking about? You just, and the police like, well, I mean, we went through her records and she invited him over. Yeah. You know what I mean? We can't really say anything here. She invited him over to the house. Like, now everybody dead. It's just something to think about, man. Barakatah Yahweh Shai for this I.S.U.P.K, man.
Yeah, right.
You feel me? We can keep reading on that. Verse 20.
Verse 20. They that are a forward heart are
forward
heart,
right?
Are abomination to the Lord.
Somebody give me that definition of froward. Not forward, froward. 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 Like a fro word. Now, these are not words we use every day.
So it says, forward, of a person difficult to deal with, contrary.
Is that it?
Okay.
Right. So somebody that's difficult to deal with. Right. Go ahead. Read verse 20. Start at verse 20 over.
Don't come. They that are a forward heart are abomination to the Lord.
Right. Somebody that's hard to deal with, right? Because of their heart, right?
But such as
wait. Give me an example of that. I know y'all know what I'm talking about.
That's hard to deal with.
Yep. Especially because they always talking about their heart. Oh, that too. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm with him. Whatever. Well, you know what I'm talking about? Whatever he said, hey, perfect. Oh, my brother. My brother. Because the Lord knows my heart. Yeah, and he knows this is wicked above all things. That's why he put that in there. The heart is deceitful above all things. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, that's Jeremiah 17:9. You feel me? That the heart is deceitful above all things. That's why he put that in there. I love when a Christian tells me that. The Lord knows my heart. Ooh. You know what I'm talking about? Don't go nowhere. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? Ooh, we. Yep. And the Lord knows that it's deceitful above all things. But go ahead. And so he said that's an abomination to the Lord.
Don't come.
Go ahead.
20, right?
Yes, sir. But such as upright.
Oh, but such as an upright in their way are his delight.
Right. So the Most High wants somebody that's upright. You know what I mean? That stands up strong. That's down with his law, statutes, and commandments. That's upright. That's what the Most High want, man. You think the Most High wants somebody that's like, oh no, is this my last blunt, okay? And then go and smoke another blunt? No, man. The Lord knows my heart. The Lord knows my heart and starts pumping heroin in his veins. The Lord knows my heart and start popping more pills. Because they just want to have fun and they just want to party. You know what I mean? They looking for the kingdom of heaven. How they gonna get the kingdom of heaven before Christ? You know what I mean? What? That's crazy. That's like the Christian church. They're like the Christian pastor. He want to have riches and gold and diamonds and all that. How can you have that before Christ gets that? You can't get it before Christ. How are you gonna get it before Christ? You feel me? Christ died for that. Died for you to get that. How are you gonna get it before Christ? Ain't there such thing as rank and order? But they don't believe in rank and order in the church. As long as the pastor get his plate first, though. Ain't that something? They don't believe in rank and order, but as long as the pastor get his plate first, what are you talking about? I would never get it. You got that article for me out? Shit, if my phone work, they're gonna tell me the same thing it told you, G. Sometimes it don't. I want to get this though. What? Yeah. Talking about homeowners insurance. I don't want no homeowners insurance.
I'm gonna try to take a screenshot of it real quick.
All right.
Got it. This is all you need right here.
Did it pop up back up there?
Come on, guys, right there.
Man, forget it. Stupid New York Times. New York Times, stupid. Come on, I got one more article I want to bring out, but give me Proverbs chapter 16, verse 26.
16 and 26.
Right. Proverbs 16, verse 26. We're going to go to 27.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 26.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can tell you about the article, right? So that was an article. It won't let us pull it up, but the article was about fentanyl and how fentanyl is used in all these different drugs, like pharmaceuticals that they give people. You know what I mean? They gives them to knock them out, but then now they started using fentanyl in like heroin as cuts and stuff like that, and in different pills as cuts, and they don't know how much fentanyl to put in, so they'll just be putting in mostly fentanyl, a little bit of heroin, and then they killing people. You know what I mean? Yeah, fentanyl, but fentanyl is totally legal according to America. It's been outlawed in a lot of countries, but in America, it's perfectly legal at certain dosages.
Did they put some of that in our medicine?
Yeah, in pharmaceuticals. That's what I said, some pharmaceuticals. There was an article on that, man. I was trying to bring that out. You know what I mean? All right, give me that Proverbs 16.
Come. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 26. He that laboreth for himself.
Right. He that laboreth for himself. Who gonna labor for this? That's that selfish Christian spirit. That's not the spirit of the brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K. That's the spirit of the brothers and sisters in the world, because they do everything for themselves, and we don't do nothing for ourselves. We try to do for everybody else. You got a rib, you try to please your rib, right? Like you know what I mean? Trying to see what you could do for her to make her job easier. And she should be doing the same thing for you, trying to make what she could do for you to make your job easier. You know what I'm talking about? But in the world, right, when you have a woman, you know what I mean? Mine. I. Yeah, they say happy wife, happy life. That's crazy. What about the man's happiness? Well, here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we're both supposed to be happy. You dig what I'm saying? We're both supposed to be happy. If your wife is having a down day, ain't nothing wrong. What's wrong? You know what I'm talking about? Talking to her, cheering her up. You know what I mean? Just said she had a long day working at work and you was off. Ain't nothing wrong with going in the kitchen and making something to eat. I know you ain't gonna make nothing to eat. You can't cook. But
Okay.
but, but I know you gonna go. I know you be like, hey, cool, baby, let's go get something to eat. What you want? You know what I'm talking about? What you want? You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? I know you. I already know you. Hey, real talk. Me too. Me too. The tacos get me right too, boy. Oh yeah, kind of casado with cheese. Yeah, you know what? My day is all right. You feel me? It was horrible earlier, but right now it's just all right. You know what I'm saying? Kind of casado with cheese. Yes. Go ahead.
Don't come. For his mouth craveth it of him.
Right. His mouth craveth it. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 27. An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
Right. And a godly man diggeth up evil. You know what I mean? Who? What does that mean when it says diggeth up evil?
Like he tries to do evil things. Like he tries to separate his brothers, or like the Christian church. Like,
Yeah. You want it? What does that mean when it says diggeth up evil?
Like he goes looking for it.
There you go. He goes looking for evil. He goes looking for evil. That's what we did. That's what we do when we was in the world. We want to get high. We want to go. Who got the best? You know what I mean? Who got the best drugs? Ooh, you know what? Darnell. You know what I'm talking about? Like you got that. You know, you still got that. That good old good. Yeah. I got it. Yeah, you do what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? We do mischievous thinking on how to get these things. We start plotting on how to do evil. You dig what I'm saying? We start plotting on how to do evil, and we do that literally. How many times you heard about a woman ain't having the money for the weed, so they end up having sexual intercourse with the weed man? I've heard about it. I've heard about it multiple cases.
So that's why I never let my girl go get the eye
Hey, I feel it. Nah, you good. I'm gonna call him. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, brother, you know what I'm talking about? Straight up. Now you in the truth. Woman did smoke weed. I can't even deal with you. You feel me? I can't even. You know what? Never mind. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean? Never mind. We was having a good conversation till you pulled out that cigarette. We was having a good conversation till that black and mild and that weed came. We was having a great conversation. Then next thing you know, you feel me? I had a woman lie to me for weeks. And then I just popped up one day. I was like, smell like weed in here. She was like, really? Like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and go. You feel me? Yeah, because I wasn't going. I'm not going for it. I'm not going for that. You dig what I'm saying? Like all that drugs, and it's just it leads to other things. They say it's a gateway drug. Weed is definitely a gateway drug. Weed is definitely a gateway drug. Gateway to the box. Gateway to cocaine. Gateway to, you know what I mean, being drunk. Gateway to being a whore. It's the gateway to a lot of different things. Popping pills. You know what I mean? Because you smoke weed, it's a downer. You're gonna get an upper X pill, and you be like, you know what I mean? Then it make you want to smoke more and all that. It's extra. It's a gateway drug. Keep going.
come. And in his lips there is as a burning fire.
Yeah, because they put in their lips. It's a burning fire. Every time they hit it, it's a burning fire in between his lips. It's horrible. What's up?
Ember, she said, shouldn't happiness go both ways? You did say that.
Yeah, I said that. Here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, everybody should be happy. Everybody should be happy. And most of the time, it ain't nothing but a simple conversation with your husband. or a simple conversation with your wife. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, let's sit right here and let's talk. Talk about what? About what I'm not getting, and then we can talk about what you not getting. You know what I'm talking about? What you need or what I need. You dig what I'm saying? Is she good? She good?
I don't know if she hasn't said anything.
But yes, this happiness should go both ways. Everybody should be trying to make their partner happy, or make their partner. Everybody should try to make their husband or make their wife happy, and or wife. Did I say that right? Make their husband and or wife happy. Ugh. Keep going up.
Verse 28. A froward man.
Nah. Oh, my bad. Jump down to 17. My bad. Jump down to verse 17. No, verse 17. 16. Yeah, no. We in chapter 16. Yeah, go back to 6 to go to verse 16. We was in 26 and 27. Now I want to go back to 17.
Verse 17.
You give me haughty definition of haughty.
The highway of the upright is to depart from evil.
Right. So you want to be upright? You ever heard that way, that highway to hell? Yeah, right. But now we have a highway to being upright. You feel me? And it says the highway to be upright is to depart from evil. Right? What's evil? Remember earlier? What's evil? Right. No. Like what's evil? We just read it earlier about evil and his own death.
Oh, not following the law, statutes, and commandments.
Yeah, but evil is death.
Yeah.
Right? And you die by not following the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? Depart from evil. Right? So that's how you stand upright. That's how you be righteous is to depart from evil. And yes, drugs are evil. These different drugs are evil. Weed is evil. Cocaine is evil. Crack is evil. You know, the white man said the devil, he used to put cocaine in Coca-Cola. Did you know that, Did you know that, Trooper Kopiar? Put cocaine in Coca-Cola.
Well, I did not know that.
You didn't know that? Like back in the 20s and 30s, they used to put cocaine in Coca-Cola, and then people used to be geeking. People used to be up, you know what I'm talking about, geeking, not knowing why they geeking, but you know what I'm talking about, because there's drugs in your soda. In your soda pop. That's why now they have the Food Drug Administration, the FDA. But they let them put GMOs in people's food. What's up though? You had a question?
Oh, I was gonna say, so now, after they do that, now they're out there trying to look for it again because they're stuck on it.
I don't know, brother. I wasn't there in the 20s. I wasn't there, so I don't know if they did it and trying to, but they was looking. All you have to do is go get a Coca-Cola from the store. 5 cents. I know, right? You feel me, boy? If I go back in time, I'll be rich. You know, tomorrow, you know what? Let me buy 2 houses, a couple cars. You dig what I'm talking about, boy? Yeah. Real talk, bro. Real talk. What Great Depression? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no great day. Y'all depressed? You know what I'm saying? I'm living good, boy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, steaks. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, steaks, boy. You feel me? We eating all that good stuff, boy. We got hamburgers this big. You feel me? That's just the hamburger meat. You know what I'm talking about? The bun. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? I'm eating a real Krabby Patty. You know what I'm talking about, boy? Good out here, boy. Keep going, all right.
He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul.
He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul, right? Don't we want our soul preserved? Right? Because when we come back in our next life, we don't want to be blind. You know, you don't want to come back with 6 fingers out of 10. You know what I mean? So he that keepeth his way preserveth his soul. So you know you're on the highway. You're on the highway of the upright, right? You want to keep on that highway of the upright. You don't want the wind to blow, and now you over here going towards evil. You don't want the wind to blow. Now you shaky over here. A little shaky, a little shaky. You don't want to be shaky. You want to be steady. You want to be upright, and you want to be eyes focused on the goal. Right? All right. Keep going.
Verse 18. Pride goes before destruction.
That's what happens when they say the Lord knows my heart. They prideful. You know what I mean? They got pride in their pastor. They got pride in what they believe. They really believe that smoking weed is helping them and medicating them because they're high. They watch too many YouTube videos. Someone was smoking weed, man. You know what I'm talking about? Weed cures everything, I guess. Smoking, I'm not gonna say weed. Smoking weed cures everything. Because there's nothing wrong with drinking weed, T. As long as you get counsel about it. There's nothing wrong with eating edibles as long as you get counsel about it. Because if you eating edibles and there's nothing wrong with you, you know what I mean? If you eating edibles, nothing wrong with you. You just bad at smoking weed. You just want to get high. You feel me? What's the difference? There is no difference. But if you get counsel and you tell them, oh man, my back is hurting and this, that, they be like, well, and I don't want to go take no pain pills because I don't like taking pills. I have an addictive spirit towards pills. You know what I mean? Because some people are addicted to pills. Some people would be able to be like, take a pill and be like, I need another pill. 4 minutes later, not even 5, 4 minutes later, and they take another pill and another pill, another pill. And next thing you know, they didn't pop 5, 6 pills in 5 minutes, 6 minutes. You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh, you dig what I'm saying? You never know. Yeah, you don't want to take 5 Tylenols. That'll be your last body ache. That'll be your last body ache. You ever have pop 13 aspirins? Boy, that's your last headache. You're never gonna have a headache again. But even popping aspirins too much, taking too many aspirins, it'll open up something in your stomach and you have a bleeding ulcer. You know what I mean? And you have to go in and do surgery because the aspirin will mess up your stomach lining. Don't ask me how I know this, man. Look, I'm a priest, okay? You dig what I'm saying? I'm a priest, man. So you pop too many aspirins, and over time it'll start tearing away at your stomach lining, and then you inside your stomach you have stomach acid that breaks down the food and things like that. So it's like that's what you get when you throw up. It's acid that's coming up, and it's not good to have your stomach acid outside of your stomach. You feel me? Because stomach acid it breaks down foods and stuff like that. So it'll start so the lining inside of your stomach it breaks that it keeps that acid in check. Hey man, you ever went to health class? Yeah, you didn't pay attention. Yeah, you pay attention about sex. I know you pay attention about sex. That's all we pay attention to. Did you pay attention to AIDS? Did you pay attention to herpes? And what about monkeypox?
We didn't have that.
Oh, they didn't have that then? They do. They had smallpox. Smallpox is just a variation of monkeypox. Pride goeth before destruction. Keep going.
And in haughty spirit.
A what?
A haughty spirit.
Stop. You got that definition for me? What's haughty mean?
Blatantly or disdainfully proud, having or showing an attitude of superiority and contempt for people or things perceived to be inferior, haughty aristocrats, haughty young beauty.
Oh, it told you right there. Who has that spirit? Who has a haughty spirit? Who be having haughty spirits?
Women.
Who?
Women.
Excellent. They have haughty spirits. They do. I ain't gotta listen to. You ever heard that? I'll submit to a man if he's a real man. Shut up. You ain't never seen a real man in your life. Your daddy's a sucker. You know what I'm talking about? Your daddy's a sucker. Your brother's gay. You know what I mean? Shut up. You don't know what a real man is if you looked at one in the face. You ain't a real man. You don't pay all the bills. You ain't a real woman. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, never mind. You're the real woman. The restroom ain't clean. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? You ain't a real woman with my dinner. How about I say some shit some stuff like that? You dig what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? You want to be like that type of woman? Okay, so you know, let's get petty. Let's get petty. So it ain't the same no more, huh? You feel me? Like I was watching something the other day. He talking about how do you want a traditional man, right? Or how do you want a man to pay all the bills and be traditional, right? And you're not a traditional woman. You feel me? Every time I look up, you running out the house half naked. Talking about you going over here to chill with your friends. Ain't nothing but a whole bunch of niggas over there. Who you having sex with first?
That's my cousin. That's my brother. First thing they said. First thing they gonna holler.
Danger, brother.
I bet your ass.
Yeah, danger, brother. He ain't never been at no cookout. Danger, brother. But that's who she get high with. Yeah. And they have sex sometimes, if not every time. You feel me? That's who she get high with, and they have sex all the time. You feel me? I don't like brothers. I don't like brothers. I don't even. Sometimes I be thinking if you probably did something with your real brother. You know what I'm saying? You real talk. I don't trust it. Ugh. So with your boy. Yeah, you know what I mean? Talking about I can do what I do what I want to do. I'm single. Okay, well, you know what I mean? You can be singly by yourself. You know what I'm talking about? You know how many women talking about they single but then they end up pregnant? You never thought about it like that, right? How many women like I'm single, and the next time you see them, they pregnant? Yeah. Oh, Sneaky Link. There we go. Sneaky Link, my best friend. I shared a video about that. She was like, my best friend. I don't look at him like that, and he was like, he look at you like that, and then he was like, call her. He was like, call him right now and tell him that you trying to chill and he's trying to, you know what I mean? Trying to get trying to get the Netflix and chill, try to get the rod. And she was like, she told him that, and he was like, let's go right now. And he was like, and she was like, well, I thought you had a girlfriend. Why are you bringing that up? I know he told her. Why are you bringing that up? You know what I was like, I'm trying to tell you. Even after that, there was women on Facebook talking about nah, it don't you feel me? I don't look at my best friend don't look at me like that and da. Like, boy, girl, quit playing. You know, so I'm a man, I'm telling you what he looking at you like. You feel me? Because you're easy. You're easy. He sees how you let every other man have sex with you. And one of those days he's gonna call you up, I'm lonely. And you're gonna go over there and he's gonna give you some drugs and he's gonna put the rod in you. And then now you're gonna start looking at him totally different. Man, such and such. He used to be like my brother, but now you're gonna go there the next night, cook for him. You feel me? I know how it go. Okay, I was in the world once. You feel me? I'm looking at the camera. I was in the world once. Okay, you feel me? I ain't in the world no more, but I was in the world. You know what I'm talking about? I seen it first hand, second hand, and third. You know what I'm talking about? Real talk. But it was all over the drugs. I know. You know what I mean? Because women just need an excuse. That's why they be like, I was drunk. I just seen you drunk all the time. You feel me? You was just drunk with him that day, and he made a pass at you, and you was like, oh, well, I've been drinking. I have an excuse. So now you can say you was drunk. Am I right? That's it. Read 18 again.
Verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction.
Being proud and haughty goes before destruction. Keep going.
And an haughty spirit before a fall.
And the what?
And an haughty spirit before a fall.
That's why the women that be wearing them high heels at the club always fall.
Pack,
pack, boom. You feel me? And I don't help nobody up. I laugh. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna get my what can we say? 7 chuckles. I'm gonna get my 7 chuckles in. You feel me? And I might point. Woo! Oh man, you know what I'm talking? I'm never gonna tell everybody else. You see homegirl fall? What's homegirl? Homegirl with the tight pants and with, you know what I mean? Homegirl with the little dress and her booty was all out and everything. We was telling her, hey, sis, you shouldn't wear that dress no more. You need to cover up. You know what I'm talking about? When she walked out the club and said, bloop, bloop, boom. And I cried. I cried laughing. You cried? I didn't cry for her. I was laughing. Tears started coming out. You feel me? For real. I'm definitely not gonna help you up. I'm definitely not gonna help you up. I'm like, man, I'm just be looking like that's terrible too. You feel me? It's terrible, bro. I'm gonna look at you, shake my head. Like, dang, man. I was telling her to calm down with them drinks, bro. She was drinking so much. I was like, hey, sis, you know what I'm talking about? I'm good. I know how to handle my liquor. Next thing you know, you falling on the ground. Boop, bloop, boom. You know what I'm talking about? Bleeding and stuff. You know, elbows all scraped up. And then you wake up the next day on Facebook, put on Facebook, my body hurt because I fell in the bushes. I seen the female fall in the bushes. I said, oh my goodness. You feel me? But you know, when you get older, when you fall, your body hurt. I don't care what you say. I don't care who you are. Hit 32, hit 30. You feel me? You fall, you like it take you a week to recover. You're like, dang, man, like my leg hurt. You feel me? Real talk, bro. Real talk. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Yo, you feel me? A week. It take you a whole 5 to 7 days to heal up, bro. After you, like for real, and get a hard fall. Ooh, like, damn, my side hurt like this. What is that? What is that?
It's like
Blake who?
Blake Bean.
Blake Bean. I think that's somebody. That's a brother from Houston. I'm trying to think of who it is. Word. Hey, Most High in Christ. True. Officer Sapar, huh? Sapar. No sweat.
Is it Yapan? Achar?
Yapana?
Yapan.
Yapana. I'm trying to tell you who it is.
Oh, that's Yapan.
It's a her.
That's a sister.
Oh, that's yes.
You gotta. Hey man, look, you a trooper now. You better start looking at the salute.
It's a trooper by
Oh yeah. All right, I know. Yeah, okay. That's who it is. All right. Can you give me 1 Corinthians 3:17? Now we're gonna start. What's the temple?
What's the temple?
Mm-hmm.
It's your body.
Why you doing like that? This brother here. Hey, this brother here, bro. Real talk. Why you doing like that? All right? This brother here is an old one right now. I feel you though. I feel you out. So your temple is your body. That's excellent. That's excellent. You know why? So in the Christian church, they tell you all the time about your body's temple and stuff like that, right? So they try to tell you not to do drugs and not to smoke cigarettes and things like that, but they're steady smoking cigarettes and doing drugs. So they tell you like your body's your temple, you shouldn't smoke drugs, you should do cigarettes, but then you see them do cigarettes and drugs, but like, what do you like? You know what I mean? So you end up doing it because you seen them do it their whole life. Your whole life. You've seen them do it your whole life. Right? So you just sitting there watching them, And you like, it ain't that bad. You live long. You know what I'm talking about? So then you try it, and then now next thing you know, you hooked. But then they also never showed them that in the Bible. So the one time they're telling them their body's a temple, but then they're not bringing out the Bible. So and then they're doing it. So it's like a trifecta. I shouldn't listen to you. You dig what I'm saying? When have you ever seen a priest smoke anything? Never. Have you ever seen a priest defile his temple? That's my point. So when we bring this out, we mean what we say, and we say what we mean. We say don't do as I do as I say. Do as I do and do as I say. You know what I mean? You know how I know it's lawful? Because I've seen the men above me do it. You do what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I remember General Muhammad brought that out. He's like, you want to know how you know it's lawful? Because Captain Tazariak did it. I said, oh, he does it. I said, oh. it makes sense. Makes sense. You absolutely right, sir. You absolutely come on, sir. You know what I'm talking? What else would you say? Nah, he might got it wrong. Shit. Shit. You ever heard him battle on ever heard him battle on Clubhouse? You know what I'm talking? How he got it wrong. You know what I'm talking? He making people cry. You know what I'm talking? Make people be in their feelings when they talk to Captain Tazariak. In their feelings. You know what I'm talking about? Like, where it ain't that serious. You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 17. If any man defile the temple of the Most High,
right,
him shall the Most High destroy.
Damn. Read that one more time. What? 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 17.
If any man defile the temple of the Most High.
Stop. How do you defile the temple of the Most High?
Smoking weed.
Drugs.
Eating pork.
Oh, excellent.
Oh shit! Selling yourself.
All right, there you go. A whoring. I like a whoring. That's what I like that word. That's just one of them words for me. A whoring. Go into whoring. Killing your brother. That's how you can defile your temple by doing like that.
Smoking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. All right. What about drinking too much? Like drinking alcohol all the time, like being a drunkard, because eventually your liver gonna give out. You know what I'm saying? Hell, eating bad foods, eating fast food, even if it ain't got no pork in it, eating too much fast food, it'll kill you. Diabetes, high blood pressure, heart diseases. You know what I mean? So you wanna
getting tattoos.
My brother. Hey, that's deep. That's a deep one. Hold on, Christ. Well, I'm happy you on there. Happy you on it. Go ahead.
Another one come. Him shall the Most High destroy.
Right. Him shall the Most High destroy. You feel me? How does the Most High destroy people like that?
Or getting you like addicted to it.
Okay.
Kill.
Striking down fighting.
What about taking your family away from you? You know what I'm talking about? You do drugs, he'll take your family away from you. What about
lose your employment?
Right, lose your employment. Lose your slavery. You know what I'm talking about? I was just through with this dude, man. You feel me? What about like high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, AIDS, smallpox? You know what I'm talking about? The Lord would destroy you. What the hell? Keep going.
Come out of one come. For the temple of the Most High is holy.
Is what?
Holy.
What does the word holy mean?
Separate.
What Hebrew word does come from? Mm-hmm.
Like Hebrew word?
What Hebrew word is that does holy come from? What Hebrew word? Come on, Art. Come on, Art. Excellent. Excellent, Shemaiah. Keep going.
Come out of one come. Which temple ye are?
Right, because you're separate from the whole world. So what would you look like doing things that they do in the world? If you're supposed to be separate from the world, why are we doing things that they do in the world? Why are we doing drugs? Why are we smoking cigarettes? Why are we eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, celebrating Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving? Why? Or whoring ourselves? Why? Good. Blow my mind. Damn. Because we learned it because we envy our oppressors. He blew my mind. Keep going.
Verse 18. Let no man deceive himself.
Let no what?
Let no man deceive himself.
Man, don't let no man deceive himself. Because you know he's gonna deceive the Lord knows my heart. He's gonna deceive himself. He's gonna smoke that weed. He's gonna mess with that whore. He's gonna do them drugs. Gonna pop that pill. Right? Keep going.
Come out of one come. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise.
What is that saying?
Like, if you think you know everything in this world, but you know nothing, you don't have the law, statutes, and commandments, you know nothing.
Right. But then it says that he may be wise. Blow my mind.
So like when we get checked, pretty much, so like when we think we know something and then we really don't, but we get checked and then we bring it back down so they can rerun it again.
And you're pussyfooting around it. Is that wrong to say? So like, y'all want me to answer it? You want me to answer it? So you know, in the world, you think you wise. I know this. The Lord know my heart. You know what I mean? You come in here and you learn that you're not wise. A fool. I was a fool thinking that. But then you become warrior all black, 90 days, come a trooper, come an officer 500, 1,000, 5,000. You become wise. You know what I'm talking about? But you have to understand that you was a fool at one point in time. You thought you were wise. You understood you were stupid. You deceived yourself. You know what I mean? Remember we told you that? You don't know anything. You know what I'm talking about? You can't. What do you do? You don't know anything. You think you know something until we tell you the real behind it. You be like, oh. Read that one more time, Mark.
Come out of one come. Let no man deceive himself.
Don't let no man deceive him. Let no man deceive himself. You know what I'm talking about? So when they start thinking that they wise and talking about Africanism this and Egyptology that, you feel me? And Christianity this and the Lord loves everybody. Don't let no man deceive himself. Go ahead.
If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world,
it says seemeth to be wise, not wise. You know who in the world seems to be wise? And when I say this, I'm not talking about Jesse Jackson and Farrakhan. Just regular old niggas seem to be wise. Who in the world does that? I'm not talking about them either. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about regular old niggas in the world.
Like the people who raise you, run the community,
and run the community in the hood. Who is that?
Me when I was in the world.
The OGs. The OGs seem to be wise. Hey, young buck, shouldn't be doing it like that. You should be doing it like this. But he's teaching you how to be wise in selling drugs. Teach you how to be wise in you. When you go shoot them up, you should come from the other way. That way they can run to the dead end. They ain't got nowhere to go. You know what I'm talking about? You shouldn't come down the street shooting at first. You got to hit the turnaround and come back the other way. That way you get you out. They start telling things like that. You know what I mean? Trying to be wise. That way it seems to be wise. Keep going.
Another one come. Let him become a fool, that he may be wise.
Not wise in this world, right? Because that might be some wise in the world, but in the truth, it's not wise. In the truth, what's wise in the truth? Give me some examples of being wise in the truth.
Wise in the truth.
Cool, we've been talking about it all day. Yeah, of course. I want some examples like Capiar.
Like being wise in the truth.
Yeah. I'm asking.
Not to follow the temple.
Okay.
Not breaking the laws, keeping the feast days.
Okay. You know what I mean? Not hating our brother. Loving your wife like you love yourself. You know what I mean? Loving your brother like you love yourself. Dude, loving the Most High with all your heart, mind, and soul. You do what I'm saying? It's all over. It's not hard. It's very simple. What's up? Yeah, that's wise. That's a very smart thing to do. That's how you get your. That's how you get. What can I say? That's how you get your foot up under you. You feel me? You more you teach class. You know what I'm talking about? The more you go out in the street, you ain't worried about talking to people. You know what I'm talking about? You can talk to anybody. You teach class. Teach 3 classes and see how different your whole talking to people is. You feel me? You feel me? Like they be looking at you like, oh, my bad. My bad. My bad. I had to do it. You know what I'm talking about? Verse 19.
Come. Verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High.
Right. The wisdom of this world is foolishness, man. Everything we learned outside these doors was foolish, stupid. We was young, dumb, and didn't give up about anything. And you come in here and you realize all that it was just stupid. And we come in here and we realize that instead of telling our brother, F you, man, this, that, and pulling our gun, shooting them and killing them, we realized that he just need a little compassion. Need a little love. What's going on, brother? I was watching what's the name of the day, and Commander Junior Hanna said before when they used to get into it with people or whatever, like before we get into all that and the Bible and this and that, why don't we just have a drink with each other? Why don't we just sit down and have a drink? You know what I'm talking about? And before you know it, he crying his eyes out because he was gonna say some hateful stuff, and he figured out that you just you know what I'm talking about, you the most outstanding brother he has ever met. You dig what I'm saying? You're the most. You know what I mean? Like I love you. Feel me? I want to come back again. Y'all doing this tomorrow again? I'll be here, bro. Don't worry about it. I can have another drink of that when I come tomorrow. Don't worry, I'm coming. I need to be here early. What time it started? It don't start for another 2 hours. Can I wait inside? Yeah, real talk. Can I wait inside? Like my man, young man Tito. Young man Tito, he was there. He was there 30. I told him to be there at 10 o'clock. That boy was there at 9:15. I was like, I'm not even there yet. You know what I mean? He's like, don't worry, I'll wait for you. Oh, okay. I started scratching my head like he blew my mind. You know what I mean? You know why it blows my mind. I tell you, you need to be there at 10 o'clock. You're gonna show up to 10:45. You feel me? Don't worry about that. We're gonna check all that out. But Tito was there at 9:15. I was like, well, he really wants it. That's what made me think he really want that. He was like, he really don't have anything else. It made me think different. You know what I'm saying? Keep going, Art.
Come out one come. For it is written, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness.
Right, he taketh the wise in his own craftiness because they think they're wise, right? They think they're wise to know how to go shoot up the block. They think they wise in telling and showing the young boys how to sell drugs. They think they wise, right? Because they've been selling drugs all this time and they ain't got caught yet. Then they gonna get caught. They've been gangbanging this whole time and showing the young boys how to shoot up the neighborhood. Now they get murdered. He taketh them in their own craftiness. They trying to teach the wrong thing. They get taught. They get tooken in that. Keep going.
Verse 20. And again, the Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, and that they are vain.
Right. He knows the thoughts of the wise. They want to be wise. The Lord knows their thoughts. The Lord knows their heart. And it says what?
The Lord knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain.
Drop mic. You know what I mean? That their thoughts ain't nothing. Their profit nothing. It ain't about nothing. And their thoughts is why they're going to die. You feel me? Because they're thinking evil. And with that, I'll pass the class over to Trooper Capiar. You know what?
All right, this is the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You'll find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. And Mishra means tenth in Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests. Not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Memorial of blowing of trumpets, first day of the 7th month. It starts Sunday, 25th September 2022. And you can find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirts, pants, headband, scarf. And that concludes the I.S.U.P.K security announcements.
All right, now we're going to Sar, turn the face to east. Majim, we just stand. We're going to Sar, turn the face to east.
Oh, is this?
No, it's the corner. It's this corner right here. That's the east.
Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash. Hayah.
Shemka. Yahweh. Malakvaka. Taba'ah. Ratazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'aratiza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Latananau. Lakam. Yawam. Wasalak now. Kabawat now. Kasalak now. Kabawat now. Walala. Tabi'aya now. Banasaya 1. Abba. Hayashaya now. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Walala.
It's like Wataparat.
Watapa'ara.
Lalamim.
Amen. I'm going to do the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
which
which art in heaven,
art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done
Thy will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread.
and forgive us our debts
Forgive us our debts
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
Lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom
and the power,
and the power
and the glory,
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
I'm going to start turning the face to me. Let's for one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amadu Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatham. Yadabata. We're going to start turning the faces sisters for one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amadu Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alathan by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Yadabata. Class dismissed.